my monologue of today is totally reveal how much I've made on social media in the last, since 2016 with my 9 channels. I have made tonight. It's by this guy Hamza. Possibly you've heard of him. I hadn't heard of him before, but I was on this media website and I was looking up, you know, like being a better YouTuber, etc., and somebody mentioned him. So I got on there and he has a video. It's called How to Make $10,000 a Month on YouTube or social media or something like that. And so I decided I'd click on that one. What I like about what he had to say is a lot of the things that I'm kind of going for in my channel, which is that obviously being authentic is more important than going viral, which I think is true. You know, it's really hard for me, honestly, to be inauthentic just because of how much alone time I've had to spend with myself. So they say that, I think that, don't they say, isn't it like a thing? They say like you're most like the 10 people you spend the most time around, or the 6 people or the 5 people or something like that. I don't spend a lot of time around people at all. I mostly spend time around these guys back here. So I'm authentically like a farm animal, like a wild creature with a camera. So I figured I'd give it a go again. I think I've mentioned this, but I have several YouTube channels, and that's why I'll just explain a little bit of them. I started my Amelia Vanderburg account back in 2016, I think. It was me playing covers of piano songs, and I lost access to that account somehow. I'm really horrible with passwords. Maybe there's somebody out there that can relate. I subsequently made like several channels since then and have also lost the passwords. So those ones I don't even know if they count. There's a Wild Horse music channel. That's like my music project. It's my one-man band. And I started that a couple years ago for, well, these guys. I was hoping it would get bigger than it did. But I did put a couple like cool videos up there, at least one that I really liked. Two, actually. They're kind of sad to look back on because I realized how naive I was and how big my dreams were and how sad things have really gotten since then in a lot of ways, and how much more work it was, how devastatingly, crushingly expensive this entire project has been, and how I haven't had a day off since then. So I kind of accidentally let that channel go to the wayside, but I didn't give up, and I started, I think, maybe 5 channels since then, because I was thinking, like, I'm trying to figure out, everybody keeps talking about their niche, and I'm like, I've been exploring niches for a while because I have lots of interests. Animals, well, I have a couple interests. Animals, music, that's mostly it. Outdoors, nature, comedy. I actually do like comedy a lot. So, yeah, there's my creature friends. Anywho, this most recent one, Turkey Talk, I was thinking that like my message and possibly my talent could play a huge role in why people would listen to me. I don't really want to be famous. That was the problem. This is another thing. Maybe y'all can relate. I don't want to be famous. I'm totally fine with living out here with my creatures, but I do have a message, and my message does cost money to actually implement. And the money is mostly like, this is what so far the money is going to, is hay. It's so expensive. It's so freaking expensive. And Also, of course, like fencing and property taxes and water, and basically like I personally am not like incredibly high maintenance, but my lifestyle is incredibly high maintenance. You know, I'm wearing like literally everything I'm wearing right now. I just realized, well, it's not like I just realized this. I've kind of known this for a while. It's like all given to me and there's holes in it and stuff. But it does cost me lots of hundreds of dollars every month just to sustain what I have already, which is this project going to take care of these animals that are actually technically, I don't want to say like, I don't think they're worthless. They're movie stars now. They are actually super valuable. But the place that they came from did not value them. So I feel for them. You know, they actually, I bought them by the pound, you know. Not all of them. That one and her Star and her sister we've had for 19 years, I think. Me and my boyfriend, he's my fiance now, have had them for that long. We got them the first year that, I'm going to sit down, that we were dating. And we've had them ever since, and we've taken care of them, and it's been a pain in the ass, but I wanted some pets or like some companions that were around for a long time and stayed healthy. And I've had dogs, and we've had cats since then. And, well, we had one dog since then. We're on our second dog. And I've had cats since then. And I had one cat, and he lived to be close to 17 years old, which is really awesome. But the sad truth and the fact of the matter is that most pets, they perish, you know. And I know that, I mean, I don't know, but and I'm not going to say I hope either, but horses typically, they have shorter lifespans than people, and I might be immortal. I mean, it's very possible, you know, I'm not saying prove me wrong, but we won't know until we know. None of us do, really. And I think a lot of the advice that people say is like, I don't even want to get into this all. It's so morbid, but yeah, no, I live like I'm going to live forever, but like each day matters because I see how other people don't, and I've had firsthand experience with people not making it for forever, and I see a lot of pain, a lot of death, just working and living on a farm and having pets. It's real. It happens. Y'all can feel my pain on that one. You know, I don't know who is old enough to escape that feeling. That's the whole story of Buddha, you know, how he was living such a sheltered existence. Finally, he came out of his palace, and then he saw all the suffering of the world. So, anyway, getting a call. I'm going to ignore this. I accidentally gave my information to telemarketers. Don't think I'm ignoring people when they call me. I usually answer my calls, but I couldn't answer that one because, well, I could, but I just didn't want to. Okay. Back to, what was I saying? It was so important. Oh yeah, being authentic. Being authentic on camera. You know, I didn't get dressed up to be on camera right now. And I'm not changing my personality. It's just, it is what it is. You get what you get, all right? Okay, this is what I was saying. The other YouTube channels that I started, I thought that I could carry them through without exposing my personality because in a lot of ways it is a bit abrasive And I was just hoping that I could carry it through with my message and my talent, okay? Because I mean, it's gonna take somebody of like some really high level skills to argue with me that I'm not talented. And then I'm probably going to dismiss what they say. So I have worked so hard for so many years to be a pianist, to be a keyboardist, to be a musician. And even though it's not, it's paying some bills, okay? I've made probably more money with that than most things this year, but not enough to pay for all of their hay. I have not even done that, which I would love to do that, you know? So I'm thinking, this is what I'm kind of thinking. I will share some of my skills about like playing piano and teaching piano and such on YouTube. All right, that's one thing that I haven't done. I've messed around with publishing some music, and I had like a really very awful experience several times with publishing so far, and I haven't really been successful with it too much. But you can check out my channel. Wild Horse Music 1111 is the one that I started after I got locked out of my Wild Horse Music channel. So there's the 1111 behind there, which has a significance, which is different to everybody, but you know, if you feels it, you feels it. So I published some music on that, like last year and this year, and I got a copyright strike for my own music. And I don't even know how that's possible, but somebody claimed like a copyright violation against me playing my own original music. That is a publishing nightmare. You know, I'm kind of afraid of that, you know. It's not like anybody can play like me, because nobody can. I'm just saying that as a fact, not to brag, but it is true. The other thing is that I'm kind of afraid. I'm not afraid. It's just like, I don't want to have to prove it, you know, if people steal my music. It's not stealing. I want to share it. Like, it's totally fine with me if you take my music and you use it behind your videos or for your meditation or whatever you want to listen to. That's why I like to share my music. But to take my video and then copyright claim it, that was just something I was totally not expecting. And I don't really know how to deal with that. And then the second experience that I had... All right. What are you doing, dog? Come on! Yes. All right. So the second experience that I had that was a publishing disaster was that I got on Ditto, you know, that place that you share music and publish it, and I got on Ditto and I did this whole marketing campaign. Like, I was trying to market my music and say, oh, I'm going to publish this album. I did some concerts. I told everybody that I was going to publish my album. Then something happened and it wasn't allowing me to publish it, which was absolutely crazy. And then I moved my publishing date back again, and then I had the same thing happen, and it wouldn't let me do it. So I'm kind of back to square one with that. I just got super frustrated. Stop. What are you doing? Look at how crazy he is. He is a crazy smooper word. He is a smooper word. He is crazy. Here, do you want the camera on you for a second? There. Okay. So I got discouraged with that. I recorded several more concerts, and I think I just need to get back on that. Publish it through Ditto, and then go back and upload it on YouTube once I do that, because I want to say I'm afraid of just putting my music out on YouTube, but I'm apprehensive to do it without having it backed up on some other platform that I can actually prove that it belongs to me. All right? I'm just like, I'm just a little bit upset about that. And then the third thing that really disappointed me is that after, I don't know how many hours it was, but it was multiple hours of playtime for the album that I did publish on YouTube, which is called Quest for Telemeria. It started putting commercials on in the middle of it. And I don't have anywhere near enough time or subscribers to get ad revenue. And if I did, or if I could figure out how to do it, I wouldn't even do it on that album, because I put that out so people can meditate to it, because it's like, it's piano music, and it really destroys the vibe, like totally annihilates the feeling to get an ad in the middle of it. And I wanted those albums to be, I want to just publish music that's like, I couldn't do like 10 hours of meditation or whatever, but you can't have those interrupted by commercials. So if I'm not monetized by those, that's totally fine. How much money have I ever gotten from social media yet? This is the big reveal. Okay, this is what I should title the whole, rap or monologue of me. I'm dialoguing with the dog and the horses. My monologue of today is total reveal how much I've made on social media in the since 2016 with my 9 channels. I have made $0. $0. Big reveal, I've made nothing. And it's cost me so much time, so much heartache. Recently, I'll even say I was recently even crying over YouTube as recent as like 3 or 4 days ago, because I made this awesome, I thought it was awesome. I'm a little bit frustrated with editing. Like, I know that a lot of people love editing. I kind of like it too, but it's so time consuming that I feel guilty doing it, just because like right now I'm obviously, like I just disclosed, I'm not getting paid to do it. But I edited this whole video, like I filmed it. It was cool. I did all my own original music, and I recorded the music over, like I did the video and then I recorded it over it. So I didn't do the music separate and then import it. I did it like old black and white style videos that they have and stuff. And what I'm thinking, silent films. I did it like silent films. And I'm like laughing about it now, but it's so sad. I even made I published. He interrupted my video. How rude. He was just talking about how to make $10,000 a month. Okay. That is like comical. Oh my gosh. All right. Where was I? Oh yeah. Why I was crying about YouTube. I put in like hours and hours and hours this week about editing this sad story about how I got my cats fixed and they're not going to have kittens anymore, and how I absolutely freaking adore kittens, and I think that they're so incredibly cute, and I'm addicted to kittens and I want more cats, and how I got my cats fixed and how sad I am about that. And then not just that, but in the middle of that whole experience, one of the cats had this emergency situation and it totally went into shock. and it went completely limp, totally lifeless, and I was so scared of losing her. And it was just, oh my God, it was this heartfelt video, totally exposing my personality, totally exposing, how I'm addicted to felines, and how I've irresponsibly been letting them have more and more cats. I take care of them. It's not totally irresponsible. They all live with me. It's not like I'm sending them out to the streets of Chicago. Okay. They all have a home. They get fed endless supplies of food and very, very clean water, and they have shelter. So it's only halfway irresponsible. So I have all these cats, made a video about it, made this beautiful music to go along with it, did all this great editing where like I put little titles, like little things in there, like extra words and such, so it wasn't just me rambling about the whole thing. Did cuts, did like the fade outs and the fade ins, all of the editing things, And then my phone, I'm doing it all on my phone. I got a very special $50 Samsung phone, that I've been editing on, and it only has like 32 gigabytes of memory, so I always have to record stuff. Like I'm going to run out of space here in literally 1 minute. So anyway, I'll continue this video next time. Long story short, it deleted. Of course, it deleted when I was uploading it. And I don't have a copy of it anymore. And all that original music is gone. And so, moral of the story, how much money I've made on social media, 0. And it's cost me a whole bunch of time. And I cry over it. Like it's a thing. Like it makes me sad. But I can tell that it's my thing because I didn't stop yet. And also I'm getting on here to make a total ass of myself and reveal super intimate and personal details about my life. Like the fact that, I have 18 cats. And they're probably almost certainly all inbred. So they're the cutest things in the whole world though. And I love them to pieces. So, turkey talk.
Oh, he's in the dog-faced dog. Dog-faced dog.
He's a dog-faced dog. He's a dog-faced dog. He's a dog-faced dog. He's a dog-faced dog. He's a dog-faced dog. He's a dog-faced dog. He's a dog-faced dog. He's a dog-faced dog. He's a dog-faced dog. He's a dog-faced dog.
Woo! Yes, he's a dog-faced dog. Yes, he's a dog-faced dog.